Howdy tamers, and welcome to the LostinTranslationmon Digimon podcast. This time we're covering Digimon Beatbreak episode 16, Where I Belong. I'm Kobias, and I'm once again joined by Guz. Guz, how are you?
Hello! Yes, I am very tired after the weekend that we just had.
Yeah. But both of us, we are both really
For different
exhausted.
reasons.
Yeah, for different reasons. So, as we mentioned last week, we are recording this on the Monday night. I did mention last week that when Guz makes day 2, we won't be able to record Monday, and Sunday we're obviously at Nats. And Guz was like, but Kobe, you could also make day 2, and I was like, that will never happen. I'm playing Zafaga.
I also did tell you to believe in yourself.
Yeah, and so I have posted about this on the Twitter, and I've had a lot of people talk to me about this in the last 24 hours, and I've had a very well-timed Zafagamon related video come out this morning, which was recorded a week prior. But so I made day 2.
Top 16,
top
baby!
16. I didn't do amazingly at day 2. Luckily, I was asked by Nick Slack, who was doing the commentating, if I, and this is what he said, and I quote, Kobe, would you hate me if I put you on stream first up? And my reply was literally bro, I will never get that chance again. I'm pretty sure if I'm not, I'm gonna be knocked out the first round, and I was, but I would love that opportunity. So I got to be on stream, and everyone got to see how badly I can brick, because I didn't brick day 1. That's how I made day 2. But my deck decided that it was going to have a bit of a nap and not really perform for day 2. But that's fine. I didn't really go into day 2 thinking, having it to high expectations, because 1, I was just happy to be there. 2, I considered it more like a victory lap. I did try. It's not that I didn't give up, but my deck did. So
yeah,
I'm not heartbroken I didn't do well, but I'm actually almost relieved that I didn't do that well, because I actually had a migraine that started during round 7. So during round 7 and 8, I was not feeling too good. I went home, basically just, I lost, I'm not exaggerating, I lost vision in both eyes. I couldn't see. It was
notably, that's where you see out of, yeah.
Yeah, it's the worst place to lose vision. And then this morning I was also quite sick, to the point that I was having the emetophobia moment, and I called Wyatt because he was the only one up, and I was having a panic attack, and he had to calm me down, and because I was sick. And then I was thankfully driven by one of our other friends who also made day 2, Tamaki, because they live nearish to me, and I was just kind of in the car, full disclosure, bud, not feeling too good. And then we got hash browns on the way in, and the hash brown cured me. So it was one of those when you're sick, and it's if I'm gonna have fatty food, and it's either gonna make me feel on top of the world,
10 times worse.
Yeah, it's going to make me feel 10 times. And it was the form. It made me feel great. So I went in still not feeling, 100%, but I felt substantially better. And so I made day 2, and that was really fun. I'll do a video on more of my thoughts about Nats and how I thought the deck performed. But in short, I believe my deck performed the best I can. There's no change. Not obviously after BT24, obviously there'll be changes, but at that BT24 legal time, legality, I guess, my deck, it was perfect. I don't think that there's not one thing I would have changed in how the deck was. I feel I absolutely nailed how the deck should be, and it played exactly how it was meant to play. I never saw a card and was I wish this was another card. The ratios and everything, I feel I went in with the best Zafaga I could, and I think I came out proving that's a good way that I want the deck. So that was great. But one more thing I will say about Nats is that I also think that I had this great moment of zen during my second round where I was like, I'd already won my first round, and I was kind of like, you know what? I literally don't care if I lose all my other rounds. I'm just gonna have fun. And I had like this really, it's so silly. I feel silly saying this, but I had like this zen moment of just like, I'm happy. I'm just gonna vibe. I'm chill. I'm happy. I'm just going
Welcome to the flow state.
Yeah. So I like had like I know you have your strategy of like all is well when you play.
Yeah. I stole it from one of my favorite Bollywood films. I have a couple.
Yeah.
But it's called Three Idiots.
Uh-huh.
And there's a character in there that just says all is well all the time.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of wild things that happen in that film, given that it's Bollywood.
Yeah.
But not like wild, outlandish, like wild in topic, like to the point of like we'd have to issue some trigger warnings if I keep talking about it.
Yeah.
But like there's a character that's just like, hey man, listen, you're still alive. All is well. And then everybody legitimately loses it at this guy. And then at the end of this film, and all Bollywood films go for about 3 hours.
Oh, yeah, yeah. All, the ones I've seen, they're 3 hours long, and they're every single genre of movie that you could ever find, and that's just what Bollywood films are. So I'm absolutely aware of that.
Because that's how the Indian film culture works.
Yeah.
They actually have cinemas that run 24 hours, so you can just run in and just keep watching movies. It's crazy how good that is. But like at the end of this 3 hour thing, there's just a whole bunch of people that have started like a pseudo cult, being like, all is well. And it's just to perform a little bit of ego death to get out of your head.
Yeah.
I should also very quickly mention, while I have the platform right now, you may hear some interference in the background. It's because it is hotter than Satan's left testicle. And I do require a fan, so I will apologize for my audio quality on this one, chat. But my God, I need a fan today.
Yeah,
and spare me for tomorrow, because it's nearly going to be 50 degrees Celsius, which is like 150 Fahrenheit or something stupid. I'm going to be a puddle. Do not perceive me.
I had my fan on before the podcast, but I turned it off just because I'm like, I just don't want the interference. So instead I'm using these very, the expensive hand fan that are the trophy cards, because we looked up the price, and I'm like, I could keep these for sentimental value. But also, I
could fan myself with like $3,000 worth of cardboard or something silly.
3,000 US. So
yeah, no, it's just crazy, bro. It's crazy.
I also have like the
signed lanyard.
The signed lanyard. So I got all the top 16 to sign this side, and then I got like the non-top 16 friends to sign the other side. And I'll get more of them to fill it out when we go to locals on Thursday, because I just sort of filled it out with people who were at day 2, just like doing the side events, like you and Gio and.
Because I did not make day 2 with all my hopes and all my dreams. Wah wah wah.
But you were still there, and we got to chill while I waited for my prizing, which I had to wait until the end of the last round to get my prizing, and I was just like,
you waited like 3 hours or something.
It was more. Crazy. It was more than that, because Tamaki and I finished our rounds at like 10ish, I think, and we didn't get prizing until like 3.
Yeah, 5 hours.
Yeah, and because like, even though like this playmat is top 32 prizing,
Look at that, boys. Yeah. How good's that?
We have to. I wish it was better Digimon. Like, hopefully, maybe next year, or I guess this year, they do like Zafargamon or something, just because it's relevant.
Liberator.
Yeah. Like, or something that I. Just a deck that I like. I mean, ideally a Palmon one, but I can't see that happening unless, I don't know, ever. Maybe, I don't know. But so we couldn't get our prizing if we did top 16 yesterday. We had to wait till today, so I didn't get any of my prizing outside of participation prizing until like 5 hours after my last game of Digimon. So
it's quite the stretch, but Kobe, that'll be enough for that.
Yeah, we should talk about Beatbreak.
Yes, we should, because otherwise we'll be here all day and just have to make this a Nats Debrief video.
I just want to show this off. It's by the same artist as who does the Atmon manga. So I'm very stoked and they follow me on Twitter too. So it's actually like Naoki is like an amazing artist, and also the fact that they did the Atmon manga and also a Terramon alt art is great. But yeah, so the Beatbreak. So quick synopsis, because we've already, it's 10 minutes in, so we should probably talk about the break beating. So
sorry team.
Yeah, sorry about that. And I just dropped my very expensive handband. There we are. So I'm gonna put those down.
I'm sorry. Was that $2,000 on the ground? Were you happy to see me?
Yeah, they are double sleeved and put in top loaders. So I am I'm not just throwing them around loosely. I'm not that kind of person. Anyway, so quick synopsis. So Moosemon break, they're doing the battle, sort of like a cold open where they're already in the battle. Moosemon breaks through the mirror world, and Granite and Reina are taken to a mountain during a blizzard. We get a flashback to Granite's past, back when he used to go by the name Luca, and he was growing up in basically a war-stricken area at a refugee camp, and he befriended a girl named Stella, and then she died in front of him during a missile strike. Ludomon is born and protected him from said missile strike, but unfortunately not Stella. Reina saves Granite from being buried alive, and they find Moosemon's hideout and where he's been stashing all the things that he's stolen. Then they need to make Moosemon mad in order to get it to use the move to send them back to the mirror world. And so they do that, they kind of have to hold back. There's a really cool fight between the two where they're just sort of holding back and not doing their finishing moves, which is something that I guess Wolvermon is needs to do more, because she's always launching her final move straight away. And they end up making it mad enough to get back to the mirror world. Moosemon's E-Pulse is weak, and Reina soothes it. Why can't I say soothes? Soothes it. I don't know why. Anyway.
Tames it.
They're there. Says she'll find a place. Yeah,
there's other words.
There are words. And where she says that she'll find a place where it belongs, so it doesn't have to steal anymore. And then Glowing Dawn reunite. So now that we're done with the Nats talk and the quick synopsis, let's move on to I can't talk. This is going to be a great podcast, guys. Let's move on to discussion and decision. So, highlights. What were our highlights this week?
I always jump in first. I'm going to let you, Mr. Top 16, jump in first. You talk to me about your highlights. Let's go.
Mr. Maybe the best Safaga player. Maybe, hopefully. I really like the animation.
Currently, yes.
The animation was great. The whole Moosemon fight, the way that there was I'm so bad at words. There was a texture to the animation. It just sort of felt very fluid, and there was different the battle effects were kind of cool. I'm bad at describing animation. I'm not I've never really thought about it other than just it looked good, make eye feel good, make brain feel good, tickle brain spot good. But the animation, something about it in the fight sequences in particular, just felt really well done.
Okay. I mean, I felt that the raining hooves attack, I guess, where it was just beating Wolvermon and Ludomon in the face over and over again, kind of felt a little messy and wacky. I think there was a weird jump moment where Wolvermon just grabs Ludomon. There's the animation gets a little weird there for a second. But I do think it was really funny that Wolvermon held back her claws long enough to fit a whole Ludomon in there.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping maybe in the future she can load up and then rapid bursto a Gekomon at someone, because that'd be hilarious.
I feel like she's done that before, or at least has done something similar to that before. Maybe.
I think she's thrown him, but I don't think she's shot him.
It's definitely working towards that kind of thing. But
the fastball special.
Yeah, true. The other thing that I really liked was seeing this more gentle side of Reina. So she's gentle both with Granite when she rescues him, and she's she foraged for things to make bread and then bakes him bread and gives him the bread. She's rather gentle with him. And then we see that same side come out when she is soothing Moosemon at the end of the episode. And that's really nice to see. It's a nice contrast to the impulsive firecracker tomboy side of Reina that we've seen. This is the more of the, she's caring, she feels like she's responsible to look after Granite, or at least, help him out a bit. and she's also, you know, quite nice and calm with Moosemon when Moosemon is dying. It's just nice to see a different side of her. It shows that she's not just that, and I think we've rambled about this before, but the characters in Beatbreak are just like trope, but kind of changed to be something that is kind of subverts these expectations that we have. I'm pretty sure the last time we spoke about it, I mentioned Rutaro from Digimon Liberator, who is he's a muscly gym bro guy. He's very in shape, very athletic. He's a jock, but he's actually one of the smartest characters in the debug team. So that's that subversion of expectations where, you know, jocks, they're meant to be, you know, rockhead. They have nothing in their brain except for fitness and punch. But Rutaro's quite smart, in the same way that we usually have the tomboy firecracker not having a gentle side, usually being quite just violent all the time, and that's that surface level character. So it is nice that we're again having this subversion of expectations with a character where we're seeing her being quite, like, caring and gentle. So
yeah, I think
it's nice.
I think that's the problem with American media, right? Like, particularly, I think Beetlejuice 2, at least for me, really encapsulates that, like, tomboy rebel energy that a female lead has.
Yeah.
Where they just run around, they're just like, I'm basically just going to be a terrible person to everyone because blah, 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 blah. Because obviously in stories like that are presented in those forms of media, you have parents in those writers' rooms.
Yeah.
And they're just writing about how shit their kids are.
Yeah.
And that's why they become very tropey and very grating and very difficult to consume. And I think that's part of the relief that we get when we see Reina, because she's like, no, job's on, fire away, rockets, flamethrowers, punch them in the face, all out assault, boom, 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 boom. And she still has that fiery passion when it comes to burning wood, which I totally agree with Reina's sentiment. It doesn't matter, all wood burns when you light it hot enough. And I just love that approach because, as you know, my solution to every problem is, if I didn't hit it hard enough, try again, but with more passion, more energy, more passion, more energy.
Yeah.
So that's why I play Machine Drum. It's just do it again, but better this time, son. And then bonk. Like, love it. And then, we get the caring side of her where she's like, no, I genuinely want to be a nice person. And you also sort of see that reflected in this forced hardening of her character when we get the little clip of her being literally abandoned by her whole family because of her parents. So it's like, I just don't want to be associated with them. So there's actually a pretty good chance that she may have come from the egg as well, or at least some sort of near egg society of, like, level of power or influence. If they weren't in any of the Shangri-La eggs or whatever, they were just sort of like, you know what, that's sub-ideal, go away, child. We'll just excommunicate you out of the family, don't want to have to deal with you. And then she's had to fight for her own. And obviously we kind of already knew that, but just to get it as, like, every single person she's ever went to has just gone, nah, I don't want you, no, I don't need a problem, go away. Is rough in the extreme. And obviously, while that's very rough, it is juxtaposed rather starkly to Granite being in Camp Refugi. It's just it's a lot of shenanigans. Yeah, it's an American Dad reference to anyone there who knows.
Yeah, I know.
Right, like that's rough, right? Like it very muchly gave, like, sort of war-torn, I guess, from, like, white Western perspective, like a Middle Easty kind of vibe, but it could have been in anywhere in Asia, if we're being realistic. Because there's a lot of conflicts as well in different islands and all that around in the oceanic to southeast, I want to say, Asia, like stuff like that. So it's like, poor bastard just got nuked, and I'm sad that Granite is so soft-spoken, because I would have killed for him to just go, Stella! It's just sort of, it's so funny. But, you know, the child died, so maybe less funny than what I think it is. But,
yeah. I mean, the child did get blown up by a missile strike, which is...
She was eviscerated.
Yeah.
One ought to say deleted.
Which is very, like... I don't know, it's quite a heavy topic for...
Is that our first on-screen-ish death?
Yeah, I mean, it's a death, not just like a plot coma.
Oh no, it was the baby Digimon that got shot by Astamon.
Oh yeah, but this is our first
on-screen.
human death.
Yeah.
But like, it is quite, considering, you know, Digimon is considered a children's franchise, and this is an anime that children would watch. I feel like going to a war-stricken country and being like children dying in a missile strike is so heavy and kind of poignant that it's like, yeah, like that is, like, I mean, no matter what time that you're watching it in, it feels very topical.
There's always going to be dispossessed peoples that are going to be alienated and unfairly treated.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's currently the state of our geopolitical system until there's some sort of massive overhaul where we can all just get along and love one another.
Yeah.
Without getting too heavy on the topic there, so we'll probably just pivot straight back into the show. But it does worth sort of noting that is, in addition to all the weird suicide attempts, I don't really know if they rated this show properly. I feel that this is probably more, at least in the Australian rating system, this is definitely recommended for mature audiences in my mind. I definitely feel that some of that would be fairly triggering content for people who are, or people or persons under the age of 13. They should be at least accompanied by an adult, or at least be 15 years of age.
Yeah, like
that kind of thing, because that's pretty rough.
Yeah, especially because Granite basically says the whole episode he's just looking for a place to die, and that is, you know, that is very heavy because he's like a 13-year-old kid. Like that's just really sad to see. But the interesting thing is that we know that Digimon are born from, you know, your inner self. So the fact that he birthed a Digimon that is a shield shows that he wants to die, but he also wants to live. So he does have...
how much he's closed off.
Yeah.
Post-Stellar.
Yeah, so he has, like... He
literally can't let his guard down.
Yeah. So even though, like, he has that desire to die, and he wants to die, Ludamon is always saving him because at the same time he has that desire and drive to live. And I just kind of love how Ludamon is just silently like looking at him the whole time and protecting him. It is really sweet.
Little creepy, but definitely sweet.
Oh, it is creepy, but it's kind of creepy in like a, you know, if you wake up and you have pets, so you'll understand, but when you wake up and you just have like an animal's face in your face and they're just looking at you like, feed me, father.
I do. She's my partner.
Oh yeah, that too. I'm assuming that she doesn't call you father though, unless she does. That's completely like.
She does not call me father.
That's good.
That has been a very special request to make sure that doesn't happen.
Yes, very fair. Not for everyone.
Yeah, but like I just came home from the day 2 of Nats. This is still relevant. Sorry, team. Came home. She's like, yeah. So what are you feeding me for dinner? I'm like, what do you mean? You were home all day, man. You could have done anything you wanted. She's like, yeah, but I didn't.
Oh, okay. That reminds me. So when Tamaki and I rocked up, we were like talking about like how a bunch of people like Digiburst and Digidane. Wow, everyone just starts with the word Digi. I should change my name to DigiTranslationmon. But anyway, so they were talking about, you know, how they're at the hotel and whatever. Like a bunch of the people came from interstate, so they obviously need to stay somewhere. They're not just camping outside Marvel Stadium. Well, maybe they are, but anyway. And we were talking about the Airbnb because we were talking about what they were eating, and I mentioned the trash bag pizza story.
Oh my god, the trash bag pizza.
Yeah, and I hope I told it well enough to your standards, but yeah, they thought it was hilarious that they enjoyed the trash bag pizza lore.
For anyone who requires some context, basically when we went up to Sydney last year, we've talked around it a fair bit, mostly about the travel. But there was like 5 or 6 of us staying in this one Airbnb, and then a bunch of people came over from Sydney from different hotels and stuff, and we just ordered an absolute shed load of pizza.
We ordered far too much pizza. I don't know what possessed us to order like all that pizza.
The alcohol.
Yeah. That'll do it. Yeah.
It's all coming back to me now.
Oh yeah. We drank a lot.
Yes, and I was very against wasting food. I'm very against wasting food.
Oh, me
it's
too.
not something I like
me
to
too.
do.
Because I was also like,
I love women, so you can call me Sanji.
Oh, yeah, but we were also like, because we were all tidying up, and like, the worst people to tidy up a kitchen are the two of us, because Guz and I don't like wasting food. So we're just looking at the pizza, going, well, we can't just throw it out.
Yeah. And everybody else is like, yeah, throw it out. We're not going to take it back with us in like a 8-9 hour car drive.
We had an esky.
I'm like, we can. So we looked for a bag for the pizza, the only bag we could find, and when I say we, I mean ye, because Kobe found it. It was just a garbage bag, mint scented. And
was it actually scented?
It was actually scented, yeah.
Oh boy.
And I was just like, this will work. And everybody went, no, it won't. I'm like, no, it'll be fine. And I put like 10 slices of pizza in this garbage bag, wrapped it up, and I put it in the esky, which, by the way, I have been told it took Runic 2 weeks to clear out the smell.
Runic, no.
He had to leave it outside. It needed to be nuked by the sun. It was terrible. But I brought home this trash bag full of pizza, and I showed it to the missus. And she's on the couch and she looks at me. She's like, "The hell is that?" I'm like, "I thought you might be hungry. You want some trash bag pizza?" And she's like, "Absolutely not. That's disgusting." So I'm like, "Look, okay, fair enough."
It's like you went foraging for food.
Yeah. So I put it in the bin like a gentleman would. About 20 minutes later, she turns to me. She just goes, "Hey, what's the story with that trash bag pizza?" I'm like, "I threw it out." She's like, "Aw, I'm hungry." I'm like, "You ain't eating trash bag pizza, man. Come on."
Oh, God.
So maybe next time I bring some kind of plastic bag for the next lot of pizza or something.
Yeah, like a Systema or something that's not like a... Yeah. I didn't realize it was scented, but that makes
it was scented, so it was like olives, sweat, because they sweat in the bag because it was so hot. So it was moisture, humidity, vague thing of mint, lots of onion and olive. It was probably still not fit for human consumption. I tried. I'm sorry, Chad. I tried.
We tried to save the pizza, but
They were right. We should have just thrown it out. I'm sorry.
I can't wait till next Sydney regionals where we have even more like random stories. Which
oh my god, we're gonna have to do a debrief about that too. Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh gosh. If the 10-minute of Nat's talk this time, like strap in. Imagine how long it would be when we've just been out of a 9-hour car ride. We'll just record the podcast on like the drive home or something.
I did say that last time. I did say that you should be doing like a little travel vlog and it'd be hilarious. And you're like, "No, I don't want to do that." No. And now it's just like, no, we absolutely lock in, boys. Yeah, it's happening.
We'll lock in. But anyway, do we have any other highlights? Just moving back to Beatbreak.
Yes. I mean, I just really liked Raina doing Raina things. Granted, for me, I think it's interesting. I feel like he's had a soft change of heart somewhere along the line between Raina giving a shit about him and like at the end it seems that he was sort of somewhat remorseful to have taken advantage of Raina's kindness because he was just looking for the money.
Yeah.
Or at least the Moosemon to sell, right? Because that's what Clay's whole objective is.
Yeah.
And so he was just sort of like, look, mission failed, mission accomplished sideways. But like still didn't feel good about it.
Yeah.
It's like I took something of greater value from Breaking Dawn than just 8 Digimon. It's very clear
Glowing Dawn. Breaking Dawn is the Twilight book.
Oh my god. Sorry, you can tell how fried my brain is.
We're both like...
That's bad.
Like, this is what, cooked. Like 2 days straight of like Digimon will do to a guy. Like, and also, like at least it wasn't super hot. Like this weekend.
No.
Like it is now. But
no.
Do you think only really just hit like in the afternoon?
Yeah, and I immediately came home and started playing more Digimon with my partner because I'm just like, nah, I just gotta, bro, I just gotta.
I slept,
but
I went to sleep. Like I was like,
yes,
because we were talking about when we would record, and I was like, when we were at like the venue today, and I was like, we're trying to work out days. We're like, well, tomorrow's like a write-off. No one wants to do anything, and we've got Digimon, like, basically you've got Digimon this week, and I've got Digimon this week during the week. Yeah. I'm like, oh, I guess the only real time to do it without like doubling up and just recording for too long on next or this upcoming Sunday is just like we just record tonight, and I'm like, yeah, I guess we could do that. So
just be absolutely just brain obliterated.
The fried.
Sorry, we're not getting like super in depth on this one.
Yeah, but
we just don't have the cells left over.
Yeah, but all our thoughts were used up turning cardboard sideways and flipping it on the table. But yeah, so I like this
cards.
episode.
We were flopping cards on the table.
Yeah.
Relax, Chad.
And I can't flop my Kokatorimon on the table until I can do it now. I just haven't changed it up. I've got the cards that I need to take out right here for the slamming cock the game. But I have them, but I just haven't put them. Kokatorimon. I haven't put them in the deck yet, but I will, and I'll be very excited to test that. But in any case, that hurt. Do we have any? I'm afraid your boy. Do we have any other highlights?
Look, I just really liked Raina's characterization. The refugee stuff was just such
the
heavy
backstory
topic.
was really great. When I say great, I mean
I also,
as like a piece of media
information for the audience.
A piece of information from the audience, a piece of literature. It was great, but it was like, it made me feel bad for the character, which again, I've said this time and time again, but art should make you feel things. And
yes,
this art did make me feel things. I was like, that is heavy, great, yeah. Anyway, continue.
No, it's just, like I said a good couple of times now, right? I don't know where this series draws the line on serious things or not anymore. So it's just kind of a crapshoot as far as I'm concerned. But like, oh god, I don't really have too much more to say as far as highlights are concerned, because it just kind of blindsided me with all this really beautiful storytelling for Granite, right? Like almost Final Fantasy VII coded stuff with like all the framing and the shot composition and all this. It was just beautiful. There was so much heart there that it feels like that in and of itself is its own tragic Romeo and Juliet highlight. Like that alone, and like Raina's abandonment, like that whole thing, it was just so evocative as a word.
Yeah.
You can use that. You can put that in your your little vocabulary, Mr. Kobe. Yeah, put that in the well, I don't know if it's going to live in the zeitgeist for very long, but it's just such a very impactful backstory rich thing, which it's caught me off guard because I didn't know we were actually going to truly invest in Tactics Team 7.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that they're at least, I'm assuming we're going to get characterization and backstories for all of them, but I'm glad that we're getting that, just because I don't want them, and we've mentioned this before on the podcast, but I don't want them to just be, I'm a bad guy, or I'm a rival, and my motivation is I don't like the main character, or I want to rule the world, or I want to be rich and powerful, or I just want to be rich, or, just kind of like those surface level desires that a lot of bad guys have, rather than having like motivation and a character and a backstory and a reason for why they're doing what they're doing. So
I think characters, really good characters that do that, you can count on one hand, right? It's Carnage from Marvel. He's just a dude that just kills people, and you just have to stop him. And you've got Zaz from DC Comics as well. They're just maniacs. You give them a weapon and or a symbiote, and people just die. And part of the allure is that there is no compromise to the amount of violence they are willing to commit to kill.
Yeah.
That's kind of going to be hard to do here, because of the rating being for, mature young teens, at least here in Australia. But we are getting on-screen human-ish deaths, right? On-screen-ish deaths, and then suicide references and things of that nature. So it's quite a lot, and obviously a lot of the suicidal ideation that Granite's having. Like this is still a very emotionally dense kind of episode. That if I were in a better place that wasn't exhausted mentally, I'd probably be able to dive more into it. But
yeah, same.
That's where I'm at for this right now.
You're doing better than I am. You're pulling like good words out. I'm just like good, light, good, yay, woo. Like backstory.
Ooh, Big Moose is just Ice Dog. Ooh.
Yeah. Big Moose. But I do have another highlight, and it's also this the agility training by Koki. That's my other highlight. Like I love this art. But anyway, any other highlights? Are we ready to move on to lowlights?
I'm ready to move on.
Okay, I don't have any lowlights.
I think the only thing for me was maybe that weird Ludo bit of animation into the Wolfamon.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that.
I don't know. Maybe I caught the right frame, but it just felt very jarring to me. I actually don't know what happened, and I did not even bother to wind it back to rewatch it. I was like, "That's ugly," because it was.
Yeah.
But
I'm glad I missed
it. Yeah. I mean, I also like the fact that we had a human that didn't immediately cave to the cops. It was just sort of like, "No, go on. Where's your evidence? No, go on. A moose? What are you talking about? Get out of here."
You're crazy. Like a giant blue moose. Isn't that like a mascot for the toy?
Toys?
No, the toy company. I think it's just called Moose. There was like the Moose toys back in the 90s and 2000s. Like it was a brand by Moose. Like it was just a.
You definitely know more about this than what I do.
Yeah, because I have memories. I
have trauma.
No. No. Like. There was like okay, to be fair, I probably do have more vivid memories because I had to watch a bunch of old ads from the 90s and 2000s when I was hunting down a go away CC cleaner. No, I don't want to buy CC. What? Where'd you come from? Go away.
The computer.
Oh my god, it's still coming up, and I dropped my phone. I was so surprised. No, go away. I do not want a vast free antivirus. Actually,
no one wants it.
No one wants it. Anyway, what was this? Oh yeah. So I was trying to find an old ad which I found, and it was for the Lay's Digimon FX Towzos, where the ad is that the kids in the show, the kids in the commercial all dress up their pets like Digimon. And I remembered it really vividly, but I could not find it. It wasn't available, so I had to trawl through all these like old ads on the internet, and I found it eventually. I had to like do a bunch of research to pinpoint the exact date and year that it would have aired, and then I finally found it after months. I'm still trying to find the Australian-only Digimon VPet ad that had the phrase "Have you little monsters been fighting again?" Which is still used in...
That's so cute.
Yeah, it's still used in Bandai Australia to this day, but I can't find the actual ad that has that line. I'm still looking. So that's probably why I remember the moose toy
maybe
thing. But it was a blue moose. But anyway...
We got to get that, like, have you little monsters been fighting it? That's got to be our team tagline. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, that's so good.
That's so cute. Bro.
That is so cute. Anyway,
we're keeping it. You can't take it. Go away.
Yeah. I don't have any other lowlights. Any lowlights.
It was just
that animation.
Like, this is a hard one to pull out for a low light. Outside of maybe being like weird stakes ? Just because we got a lot of very character-rich stuff. I think. Maybe it would have been better if the characters were sharing that instead of it just sort of happens in their own heads like it's Jane Eyre or something.
Yeah.
But, you know, I don't mind. Maybe they'll have that conversation later, and we as the audience will have more information than the characters, and then they can use that as a leaping off platform to be like, consider the characters filled in, move forward.
Yeah.
We'll just see what happens.
I have a miscellaneous thought before we move on to favourites, that I'm kind of surprised this was like only a one episode thing, but I'm glad that it was. I feel like that they gave us a good amount of characterization for both Raina and Granite without doing too much else.
You did just remind me.
Yep.
favorite, one of the highlights.
Yep.
When Gekomon and Toma are in fucking sync.
Yeah.
And they're both yelling at Kyo the same time, the same intonation and everything. That was great.
Oh yeah. I'm glad that they're kind of like syncing up a little bit.
Syncing, yeah. We just did it, team. Let's go. Kobe, Digivolve. To Airdramon.
I don't know why I did that. Like, it wouldn't be like this. I don't know. But anyway, so favorite character, mine was Ludomon, just because like he's so adorable. He's just a little guy. He just wants to protect. He's so cute.
My favorite guy was Reina.
Fair.
She just showed up this episode. She said she can kind of do it all. She's a Jill of all trades, and I'm hoping that she can start outputting a little bit more use into the story and the plot and other fights going forward.
Yeah. I'm just trying to work out, like, I'm just looking at my own. I was trying to get the rating out of 5 because I realised I didn't write it down. My rating out of 5 is 4.
I probably wouldn't go that high. I'm probably thinking around 3.2.
Yeah, that is fair.
Like it was well animated. We got some good frames. There was some weird hiccup. The story stuff is again very emotionally dense, very impactful stuff. But I mean, at the end of the day, it was just kind of background information and noise rather than like moving anything forward discernibly. So yeah, it's about average. It's not really wowing me. I know it was very beautiful. It was very well done, but I don't think that gives it a lot more points because there has been a lot of very powerful and emotional things in this series already. Right, like the tears on the glasses from episode 1, like the frosting of the brother with the cold heart. Right, like we've had all these moments, like. Even the Foley artist for when that dude gets thrown by Pandemon and he's spinning and you hear the voice go, whoa!
Oh,
right?
yeah, I remember that, yeah.
Like, there's been so many of these really awesome, well-designed moments that giving this a point for that shouldn't actually change it at all because we've already done that for everything else. Like, it still stays at that really good level. So this, for me, is just a smidgen better than the average stuff that I would expect out of this show.
Yeah.
3.2.
I absolutely understand what you mean. But anyway, so we've been recording for about 40 minutes because we can't stop talking, so we should probably move on to Pondering, Postmon Pat, and predictions. So first up for Postmon Pat, we have Gold Stars, who says that the episode felt like a chore to watch. This is episode 15, obviously. The motivation for the Mushroom Gang felt forced to them, and it feels bad that a random Poemon gets what it feels like to be dedicated and on a focused episode rather than Reina. At least it sounds like she's getting one next week, which it kind of was more a granted episode this week, but yeah, at least we got to see another side to Reina. Even the preview is starting to assign her as a designated jobber now. At least she wasn't a jobber in this episode. Like she didn't lose. She did get sent to another world, which I guess we didn't mention it, but are they in the digital world or are they just somewhere else on Earth?
I believe that they teleported somewhere else on Earth.
Okay.
Because they were like, the mirror world, it looks like it's more of like a compression of time space.
Yeah.
As you can maybe think of more of like teleporting into another dimension to teleport out of the other dimension, which is probably how it's meant to be used if we think back to how they're like, team tactics all around the world where we get the whole Clay thing, how they have global operations because they have ultimate or champion level Digimon respectively that are able to open up these portals, close these portals, open them up in other places, and just like sort of light speed travel them through like different hoops and things like that way, and then pop them out the other side, just like portal travel. But like think of the mirror world for that as more of like an airlock or a waiting room before opening another door. I think that's probably how we're supposed to take that, because if they were to land in the digital world, I think that they shouldn't have gotten back that easy.
Yeah, true. It was just an isolated part.
It would have felt like they've got more digital aspects to the digital world rather than snow, trees, mountain, house.
Yeah, true. Anyway, they go on to say that The show seems like they're weirdly ignoring the established fact that Tomoe's E-Pulse is toxic to Digimon other than Gekomon. I guess maybe it's only toxic to some, but it feels like we should have seen Tomoe learn that on screen. And yeah, that is a good point. I guess he wasn't necessarily, like, the Vegemon wasn't necessarily feeding on the E-Pulse rather than just giving Cold Heart. So maybe that might be why.
But, like, draining leads to Cold Heart as previously established. So it does feel weird.
Yeah.
Although, like, I think, so I'm just doing some, because I was just reading ahead of that one myself, so I had a little immediate theory there where it's like, okay, because Red Vegemon is virus, is it then immune?
Yeah,
right?
was
But
Mimicmon?
Mimic's virus,
yeah.
And Hyemon's data, and Gekomon's also data, so it doesn't seem to be attribute focused. I think this is probably something more inherently intrinsic to some other aspect of Digimon, if they're going to explain it,
unless the
or it's literally just plot.
Yeah. But
like, I think Mimic wasn't also affected by it toxically. It was just overloaded by a strong E-Pulse. It was force fed. I think it's more that he's toxic to devices rather than Digimon as much.
Yeah.
Not sure how they're playing with it now, but, you know, we'll see.
Next we have Eduardo, who says that the episode revealed something vital. You can manifest more than one Digimon if you have an extra Sabotama, which I guess that makes sense. If you have multiple Sabotamas, you can make multiple Digimon. More importantly, based on the emotional mood at the time of holding said Sabotama, it determines what kind of Digimon and their personality. Another thing they found interesting is that within the silhouette sequence showing the pre-evolved forms, it went to Mushroomon, then shifted to Red Vegemon. Since it reset again at the end of the episode to its baby form, Shavamon could come back again. And yeah, I think that...
We did speak to that, you specifically.
We did speak about that, and that would be nice to see, because, you know, maybe they can change it. Maybe it's not just, you know, as soon as you spawn the Sabotama, like, Digimon, it's not just like that's its personality and its evolution like forever. Maybe it can change once it devolves. Next we have Digital Hazard, who says that they enjoyed the episode. It felt very Pikachu's vacation, still felt a bit of filler, but not awful. And yeah, I absolutely understand what you mean, because it was Poemon's vacation.
Yes.
Next we have our One Piece bingo from Lazy Croconaut, and I believe I already screamed this one at you when I saw the comment, but Red Vegemon is X-Drake. And yes, but
It's crazy.
The Mushroom Gang member with the glasses is Beepo.
Captain!
They go on to say the episode had the Mushroom Gang, so no matter of quality, it would have gotten a mushroom out of 10.
Yes.
But for a more serious thought, it was cool seeing the Mushroom Gang, and the unhinged Red Vegemon was fun. And
yeah. The thumbnail made a couple of people think that you weren't talking about the two mushroom guys being gay.
Yeah, I was just like, what my original what I wanted to thumbnail was just having the angry guy, but when I was like making the background transparent, I realized like their hands were kind of touching, so I wanted to like meme on that, and like the old way of like, oh my gosh, they're touching, so they must be in love, kind of like shipping angle. So I just felt like being a little bit silly and a little bit whimsical. I don't know why.
I mean, look, man, we're going to be making a lot of these thumbnails. You got to have.
Yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing this week. I might just like. Do I just take a photo of the pricing?
No, we take a photo of the Poemon and give him angry eyebrows.
But there's no Poemon in this episode.
Well, it's every episode now. Poemon's obviously the MVP.
Oh, 100% every time.
No.
Next we have Zero Unit Digital Monster, who says, like we said, we saw that the Digimon's personalities can be influenced by the emotion the person is feeling at the moment of its birth. This explains how good Digimon like Black Galgamon can be born from humans that don't overall have good behaviour. Speaking of Black Galgamon, the Bottomon, that was him previously, was not in this episode for some reason. That is a good point, I didn't notice that. That's sad. I hope he's okay. Maybe because he could just evolve back and help solve the situation. I don't know, can they evolve back once they, devolve? Or maybe he's already gone off as a Black Galgamon, I don't know.
We're not really given an answer to that, but I think they're also not given enough E-Pulse as fuel from the Glowing Dawn itself in order to fuel those transformations. It's just enough to keep them alive until the next feeding sesh.
Yeah. Next, we have Drifting Cloudymon, who says, as much as they like seeing brand new Digimon, they hope for Ludamon because we haven't seen it and its main evolution in anime or video game before. Unlike Zubamon, so that's their expectation for the season. If it had been used in Time Stranger or previous anime, they probably wouldn't care as much. And yeah, that is a good point. I like when we get new evolutions to existing Digimon, but I guess we haven't really seen the Teoludamon in anything, so that's except for the virtual pets, so that is a good point. They said that they'll be okay if they don't use Ragnarlordmon, if there isn't a non-forced way to include the Zubamon line in Beatbreak, just Ludamon up to Mega or maybe even Ultimate level would be fine for them, or unless they give it like its own, like after its evolution pass they give it a Jogress for the final evolution or something.
I mean, I was thinking during the episode, like Stella getting a Zuba and like them reuniting later on, they could then become Ragnarlord. Like, do you know what I mean?
Oh, but then they would cop out of another death. Then they would say no more death. Like she made a full recovery. She generated a sword and sliced through the missile, which totally would fix the problem.
Trans rights, baby. That's what I'm saying.
True. True. Can't argue with trans rights. We have so many comments. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. Anyway, my brain is literally seeping out.
Not of your comments, just of today.
Oh yeah, the comments are great. I love them, but I'm just exhausted. I love everyone. And speaking of loving everyone, Gunmetal Gator, still a very, very cool handle.
Yes.
Says, Red Vegemon, your appearance here is your best one yet in the Digimon anime canon. Absolutely agree. I love this unhinged Red Vegemon so much. More than the leader of fodder champions in 2020, more than a green variant that starts a viral multiplication and then the cliffhanger of it is never answered in Ghost Game, and now Kanoko's gang, new champion gone diabolical, and actually leading the group due to his personality, and with the strength of will to not feel ashamed of being bashed around by the in-trainings. This Mon is just such a great antagonist for one episode, showcasing what could have happened if the Kanoku gang, if they went dark, and how much it would have been at the level of Ghost Game victims. But yeah, we got a non-main character taking the slot of Dark Digivolution, seeing a mushroom go virus. So yeah, Beatbreak might be a bit more widespread with negativity than other seasons. And yeah, I mean, this episode had a kid being blown up
bombed in a refugee camp. Yeah, no, I would argue. I'd argue and agree, bro.
Yeah. Next we have Diego, who says some episodes like this one felt very rushed. The decisions are made out of nowhere with no development of character at all, and the overpowered babies were really out of touch. I don't think they were overpowered. They were kind of still doing baby things, but they just made, like, they helped Gekomon be cured so he could do the fight. So I don't think that they were necessarily overpowered. Like, they were still weak.
We do also see them training using their specific abilities in their elements to do various elemental things that they then combine in a very Home Alone goofy kind of way, slapstick comedy.
That is a great way of describing it as Home Alone. Because that is actually what it felt like. Yeah,
they were.
That's what it felt like. Yeah, like, so we did get a Christmas episode. Like, that's nice.
Oh, thank the gods.
They said they continue to say, like, they would have expected them to be beat up, but ending up throwing the mushroom to Gekomon's mouth so he would defeat the Red Vegemon. But yeah, I don't mind it.
It was fine.
Next we have Kodori, who says that I should believe in myself. I will do great at Nats. You were right.
We got the prophet in chat, boys.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Also, the most insane Red Vegemon ever. I loved it. And yeah, me too.
Yes.
But yeah, thank you for your well wishes. You were right. I apparently did great at Nats, so thank you very much. Next we have Deshaun, who says that we have had a lot going on in Digimon Beatbreak. We can use a nice fun episode like this sometimes, and especially we're going to have another serious episode next week. And yeah, we did.
Which we did.
We did. Yep. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have Hesketh, who said the thumbnail laughing emoji, or cry laughing emoji. So I'm glad the thumbnail was appreciated. And lastly, we have Ignited Quills saying that they would have considered this a filler episode, yet we got a few things. One, Pristymon's flashback when Pristymon and Rain are starting out, the baby Digimon returning, and the Mushroom Gang returning and actually being the defenders of the baby Digimon. They say that it's their least favourite episode so far, but they don't dislike it. They feel like it also sets up the next episode, with the next being a Reina-centric episode, the last one being episode 4, and it wasn't really a Reina-centric episode, but it kind of was both Granite and Reina, which is nice.
Yeah, it's sort of like what happens when two outcasts find each other and rediscover the gift of being kind and giving.
Yeah.
Or at least in Granite's case, being able to accept someone's help.
Yes, because he accepted Stella's, and I guess Reina kind of reminds him of Stella in that way.
A near-death experience will make you think a white chick is brown. That's crazy. Thank you, Digimon.
Wow. But
that's what they showed, bro.
That is what they showed. Yeah, I can't argue with the logic there. But in any case, that's it for Postmon Pat. So next week we have Digimon Beatbreak episode 17, Antipathy. What are our predictions? Because I don't really have much other than, oh my god, we have Bergamon. Yay.
I'm pretty sure it's Antipathy, isn't it? Yes.
I'm half asleep, bro. I'm just reading words as I see them. But I think you are right. It's Antipathy.
Look, all I know is that we're getting a Bergamon episode. I don't know if we're going to be getting another serious episode. I don't know what's going on.
It looks filler. But it could be. Fun. It could be fun filler.
It could be. Who knows? Maybe we get an ultimate out of this somehow. Maybe Reina's Wolvermon eats enough burgers and gets enough protein to eventually
stop jobbing.
Digivolve.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Well, she broke the jobber curse today.
Which is great,
thank you, Reina. Right? She was working on her elbow blocks. We love that. Stand that. Go girl. One ought to say work.
Work it.
Maybe not so much. But like we're glad. God only knows what the next one's going to be. I think it's going to be a manic, sort of pixie episode, and I'm kind of here for something a little bit more outrageous again. But I'm still
we need a palate cleanser after this week's.
I'm still not like convinced there's not going to be some ass backward twist where the Bergamon wants everybody to eat it so that it can die or something stupid. Like I don't know.
It's going to unpunmon it.
It's gonna do something, or it's just sort of like mind control burgers or something, like the bloody Mochi episode from Pokemon Sword and Shield from the DLC, right? With Pecharon and all that. It's just sort of, I don't know. I don't know what to expect from the next episode. It's gonna be either a nightmare or a waste of time, and I really hope that the overlap in that Venn diagram is not the next episode.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I feel like we could use a palate cleanser after this week's.
No, you know what? Double down. I'm calling you bluff. Toei, Bandai, Namco, whomever. To whom it may concern, double down. Stop being cowards. You already killed a child.
You want more death?
Do it again?
You're craving more death.
What am I saying? Where am I going with this point?
I don't know. Just go off, I guess, King. Like...
I don't know what I'm saying anymore, Chad. I've officially lost the plot. I got nothing, bro. I'm getting my brain scooped. My brain dead.
Yeah.
Brain
well,
gone.
Let's wrap this up so we can go have brain goop later on. Like,
what?
I don't know.
I don't know either, bro.
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know if we lost the plot or never had it to begin with.
No, we are so beyond any.
Yeah, the last
sign of
thread.
having brain cells. Like it's just gone. We're not even sharing a brain cell at this point. We're sharing like half a brain cell. We're
gone. Fumes of the last brain cell that's been fucking burnt for a thought.
The crumbs of the last brain cell has been consumed.
Father, won't you feed me but a crumb of intellect, Father, please?
But anyway, so I'm gonna wrap this up. So this is gonna be fun. Me reading out the outro when my brain's already outside my everything. So anyway,
an existential experience. You're just floating above yourself, being like, "Come on, Kobe, you got this." And you're like, "Hit the I just become Adam Sandler doing gibberish. Like, it's what I've always aspired to be. I've always just aspired to be Adam Sandler. Hey, bro, he's got millions. I wouldn't mind.
And apparently he's a nice guy. Like, I've not met him, but everyone says like, yeah, he's a nice guy. I'm like, take your word for it.
And he got to sleep with some pretty attractive female celebrities. So like, who wouldn't?
Well done
but,
to him.
You know.
Yeah, but in any case, I'm attempting to wrap this up. So, thank you so much for joining me, Guz. Thank you so much for listening and watching, people who are listening and watching to this.
I'm so sorry you had to.
Yeah, watching to this. That wasn't even an English sentence. But I'm going to stick with it.
Most of our sentences haven't been, bro.
Every sentence that isn't an English sentence becomes an English sentence at some point. Remember, words are just things that we made up and we gave meaning to. Same with grammar. So you can just invent a word, and if
you can say buffalo 7 times and it's grammatically correct, and I hate that.
Buffalo, 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 buffalo.
Yeah.
Yeah, like...
That's grammatically correct, and each of the words has a different meaning in the sentence, and I hate it.
Yeah. Anyway, so outro time. So yes, thank you for listening to this goop soup of a podcast. So you can contact us and stay updated. You can leave a comment on this video on YouTube to join the conversation, and for a full list of ways of finding the podcast across the internet. So I don't know where the "so" came from. That's a word that's not in what I have written down. Such as YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, and Twitter. Head over to my link tree, which is linktr.ee/LostinTranslationmon. If you enjoy the podcast or videos or my silly posts online, you can show support by signing up on Patreon and get some cool rewards and help me with some milestones. And thank you to my conspors on Patreon, Stephen Reeves, who is well listed for on Archive Our Own, Kadawashi, Neobu, who says you should follow Chisai on Twitter at Chisai236, Elizabeth, who is Lekman on Tumblr, Nicholas, Magnus, Lucas, Jason105, Patrick, Jason, Shelby, Digital Hazard, on Twitch at The Digital Hazard, Dropimon, Vmon, Tamer, Kasai, Big Bad, Beetleborg, Flavin, Ventasha, Cappy, Cyber, and Voltic Helbid. Nailed it, sort of. You can also make... Almost. You can also make one donation on PayPal, which can be found linked in the description. It's paypal.me/airdramon. You can also donate to me on Coffee, which is on Coffee, which is ko-fi.com/airdra. And that is it for another week. Of course, again, if you want to hear more about my experience playing Zafargamon at Nationals, I will be recording that at some point this week. Presumably we'll be uploading it. I usually do like Monday, 5 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. So look out for that, assuming that I don't just pass out and just stop existing for the rest of the week. I don't know.
I mean, Tuesday's going to be hard, bro.
Tuesday's going to be rough. I need to edit this episode first, and then I'll record it at some point this week, I guess. And I also want to do some dog shows this weekend to spend, depending on how hot it's going to be. So that's the plan, to have it out on Monday. If it's not, it will be out at some point in the future. And this video, I guess if you're listening to this, you already know that it's out. But it is. Apologies for it. I'm going to aim for it to be released on maybe the Friday, I guess, just depending on how quickly my computer decides to export it, because I'm going to be editing it probably tomorrow because I want to go to Betty Buys. I'll do the raw and then edit it tomorrow morning. And so thank you for listening. Thank you to Guz for joining me once again. Guz, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Guz_substitute, here on YouTube at Guz_substitute, and you can find it even faster by clicking on the collab feature down below, where you will see my name, where I talk about a bunch of wacky nonsense. I'm currently in the middle of doing a very rigorous deep dive on Machinedramon in the Digimon TCG, and I will be following that up with a new exploration onto the Millenniumon deck, because I believe that there is some saucy shenaniganery which I can use to punish a whole bunch of people in the TCG world. And actually, little spoiler that's going to be happening up here, the comments on my Millenniumon loop video has actually helped me build and refine the deck far faster than I would have been able to do it myself. So if you're curious, go check it out.
Very, very cool. And you also got the one that was must have been written for a different video about One Piece, because it was talking about Luffy's haki.
Yeah, they're talking about Luffy's haki, a comment on that video, and I enjoyed that so much because I don't disagree with the sentiment, but cool, neat.
So this is a Wendy's, and we were talking about a bit before the recording, but in any case...
Ladies man 217 just going off fighting his demons. Yeah. Just let the man throw his hands. Yeah, that's funny. But in any case, again, thank you so much for wasping?
Thank you for
I'm wasping.
Again, English
I'm
language.
Canon B Dramoning.
English language is fake. Thank you so
Yes,
much
come
for
on.
watching / listening. Do the like, comment, subscribe thing, and of course, we will see you in the next one. Bye.
Hooray.